What's going on, guys? It's Callmeomari back on the YouTube scene. I've got a lot of requests about a Q&A, so I thought, why not let me sit down, talk to you guys properly about about taking off my top and crushing some weights and stuff like that. But yeah, I've done a question thing on Instagram, and I made some people put some questions through that they may want answered by myself, and I'm just gonna breeze through it, man, make it nice and easy. So the first question was, what made me start YouTube? So obviously I was doing the gym thing, you know, I was posting daily on Instagram, obviously became a PT, and a lot of people were basically saying that, you know, they see me behind the camera talking to people, motivating them, giving them tutorials and stuff like that. I weren't really a fan of getting behind the camera and talking like I know everything, but I don't know, like, my opinion on before I had YouTube to now is obviously going to be completely different. And if I answer that question for now, the reason why I started is because I want to help people that were in my position when I started. So when I didn't know anything, my lack of knowledge was, you know, you could see it. And I was at a point where I started training and I didn't know what I was doing. And now I can actually confidently say I'm training and I can definitely help people, and I've definitely inspired people to get to my level, get to levels higher than myself. So yeah, man, like, YouTube is a vital app that allows you to just be yourself. And you know, for me, I always want to be myself, and I just want to be truthful, and I feel like it's benefited for a lot of people. So yeah, man, I just started YouTube because it's fun. I get behind the camera, I speak my words of wisdom, and I do what I do best, which is help people and motivate people. So yeah, man. Next question, what country are you from? So let me tell you first, I'm not African. Alright, I am a Caribbean, born in the UK but from Jamaica. Alright. Born in the UK, from Jamaica. And yeah, man, that is pretty much it. Like, I'm not African, so don't mistake me for Nigerian or Ghanaian or anything like that. How old am I? So I'm 21 years of age. My birthday is May 7th. Some people say I'm older than 21, but I am strictly 21. So yeah, man, straight up. Next question, what's your advice on making YouTube? I was actually speaking to one of my friends the other day who, you know, wanted to start doing IGTV and stuff like that, and she was kind of scared about it. And I was like, why? She was like, oh, because I'm behind the camera and I'm speaking and I have to look good and I have to be perfect. For me, the retention behind YouTube is all about being yourself. If you're not yourself, you're not going to get far, because you're going to be trying to be two people. You have to be yourself, you have to be truthful, and once people understand how truthful you are, then the retention works. And that is the only way you'll get your YouTube to stay at a certain level and always get higher, by being yourself. If you're not yourself, then people will never know the true you, to understand. And for me, obviously, when I started Instagram, when I started YouTube, I wanted to be perfect. I wanted to be like the people I look up to. But I realized it didn't fit me. It wasn't me. So when I actually started being myself, I started realizing I started getting real authentic followers and fans and people that actually genuinely like my stuff on YouTube and Instagram. So my advice to anyone that wants to do it, find a good videographer and be yourself. And always be ready to do things that you've never done before, and always, you know, look forward. Always think about what's next, you know. If you're gonna do a video today, think about what your next 2 videos are gonna be, and that's how I've always done it. So yeah, man, anyone that wants to start YouTube, do it. I would never say don't do it, just do it. Whatever field it is, just be yourself. Next question. So how does your followers grow so fast on Instagram and YouTube? I haven't got the biggest amount of followers, but obviously within a year's time, you can definitely see the change. And my only word for that is consistency. So everyone knows me, YouTube, Instagram, I'm constantly posting, I'm constantly fueling you guys with motivation, ways of helping yourself, whether it's in the gym or outside the gym. It's just consistency. Once you're consistent, then what happens is, you know, your good stuff that you post gets forwarded. It goes to people, because that person that I'm motivating, they're going to always have someone else that needs motivating as well. So it's always going to go from one to another, you know? So it's literally consistency. That's why I was saying with YouTube, you always have to think about what's next. If you don't think about what's next, then, you know, you're always going to be stuck in a position where you're like, oh, I don't know what's next and how am I going to do this? And you're going to start getting under pressure, because then you're going to start following thinking that if I don't get a certain amount of stuff, I'm gonna drop. You just have to stay consistent, man, and that is pretty much it, you know. What made me start training? I just wanted to look like how I look now. Nah, I'm joking. What made me start? I don't really have like an ideal reason. It's just where I was living, which was in Harrow. I live in Milton Keynes now, so where I was living in Harrow, the gym group that I manage, they were opening up a gym about 4 or 5 years ago, and I thought with my friend, why not? Like, let's go there and see what happens. So we just started training arms every day, thinking it was just arms. But then, as I started training, that's when I developed the Instagram page, and my knowledge became so much more thorough. So I realized there was people like Simeon Panda, Mike Rashid, even some of the guys I know like Shaq, Ched, Steve, Trill, like all these kind of people that were motivating me to do better. So that's what kind of motivated me to do more. But in terms of actually training for the first time, I didn't really have an ideal reason. I just saw the gym, thought it was cool, what I was getting, and now it's changed my life. And I'm sitting here talking about it. So yeah, man, that could be you. You know, you could just get in there. So you don't really need a reason. Just get yourself in there. My favorite body part to train, it's definitely going to be back. That's something that I, you know, really loved training when I started training, because seeing a number of muscles and body parts looking crazy on your back, it's just something that excited me every time I knew it was a back day. So for me, it would be back, but I'm also getting an excitement of training legs as well. So it's pretty much between the back and the legs, to be honest. Do I have any plans to compete? So yes and no. Yes, because the journey I see my friends go through is crazy, and you know, like one guy that definitely brings it to my attention would be Jay May. Like obviously some people kind of know what happened to him. He was in an incident, fell off, but then he's now come back and he's become a champion in bodybuilding. So for him to put all that weight back on and look a certain way to win a competition is crazy, and that's partly the reason why man would obviously want to compete and see what the journey's like, innit? The reason why I say no is obviously my knowledge was not as strong. I didn't know the difference between bodybuilding and physique competitions. Obviously physique competitions means you have to wear those funny little pants. Bodybuilding competitions mean you get to wear the shorts. So that was the reason why I was like, nah, because I don't really want to be on the stage walking around with them small little pants, innit? But if I'm honest, I'm more on the yes side than the no. So, you know, who knows what can happen, innit? So it's all in God's hands anyway, but I'll definitely be up for doing it, so who knows. What's it like being a PT? For me, it's a wonderful experience. The reason why is because I love seeing people progress. I love seeing people reach levels that they've never reached before. And, you know, it's emotional, but an exciting feeling when, you know, picked up that client and they're at a level which is a beginner level, and then, you know, you've trained them for maybe a number of months or years, and they've got to a certain point where you're like, wow, like, yeah, I actually done that. And, you know, you get to speak to a lot of people, you get to know a lot of people, you get new friends, you make a lot of new friends. Like, I've got clients that I know I'll be with for the rest of my life because just, you know, the way they are, and they just fit my personality. And I know I've got them and they've got me. So boy, but also you get a lot of money if you do it right. So for me, obviously I was new to the game, but when I learned how to do it a certain way, I realized that my money doubled, tripled, and that's some of the perks that come with it, man. You just end up making a lot of money from it, and then it allows you to do more things as well. And you're just in the gym, so you don't leave the gym, you're in the gym environment all day, so it's like, that's the best thing you could ever do. Alright, cool guys, so next question is why ETM? So for those that don't know, and for those that obviously know, I have a clothing line which is basically a movement that I'm trying to make into an empire. It goes by the name of Earn the Muscle. It's obviously the top I'm wearing now, and that was all done by myself, logo done by myself, and the movement is still going till today, done by myself. Why ETM? For me, like the way my life has gone and the things I've done in life, I've gone out there and I've earned it. So, you know, I've gone out and I've earned myself being a personal trainer. I've gone out and earned myself a manager position. I've gone out and earned this, I've gone out and earned that. So all the things that I've accomplished in life, it wasn't given to me, I went out and earned it. And for me, for everyone that goes gym, like for you to get the body that you get, or the muscles you get, and the lifts you get, and the money you get, the cars you get, the houses you get, you haven't just been given that, you've gone out your way to go earn it. So for me, it's a thing where why not make it a movement and make people know that, you know, in life things are not given, you have to go out and earn it. And obviously people know me as a motivational kind of speaker where I motivate a lot of people and I encourage a lot of people to do things. So using the word earning and using it in that kind of way and letting people know that, you know, things in life are earned, putting the gym together with it, knowing that the body people get and the levels they get to within their body, they've gone out there and earned it. So it goes back to competing. If I go out and compete and I win, it means I've gone out my way to earn that win, because I've gone through blood, sweat and tears to make sure I've earned it. But back to reality, I want people in life to realise that everything they get and accomplish in life, it's not given, it's earned. Some things are given in life and that's a blessing, but I think the most important things that you go out for and that you really, really want in life are the things that you've gone out and you've gone and earned. Do you understand? So for me, that's the type of movement I want to do and I'm doing, and I believe a lot of people are behind me within that movement, and I hope it grows, in it. Do you know what I mean? So earn the muscle, ETM, that's what it is, man. Last question, and that is, where do I see ETM in the next 6 to 12 months? I literally see it being one of the best brands it can be, going along the sides of brands like Gymshark, BQ, Velour, Gainage, Chosen. I just see it being up there with the brands that a lot of people know about and like. Obviously I'm doing it by myself, so the work ethic is extremely high and I'm trying my best to put my time and effort into both. But to be honest, that's where I see it, man. I see a lot more stock and products coming out. I see a lot more people wearing it. I see a lot more people encouraging the movement, and I know they'll encourage the movement because it's a movement that you don't really see in a lot of gym brands. And in terms of the meaning and the ethos and stuff like that behind the brand, you don't really see that in a lot of brands. So that's why I feel like my movement is a lot different to other brands. So yeah, man, 6 to 12 months I see it being up there with some of the big brands, doing what it does best, moving forward with a quote and a mission to make people realize that things in life are not given, it's earned. So yeah, man, if you do want me to do another questionnaire, then, you know, feel free to drop me a DM and then we can get some questions going again on anything you feel you want to know about me. But yeah, man, I'm a bit afraid of doing the questionnaires because obviously I'm just speaking, I'm not even lifting weight. But yeah, man, I hope like that all those questions that were answered gives you a real kind of like vision on what I'm about and what I want to do and how I'm going to do it. And yeah, man, all I can ask is just for the support to keep going, keep subscribing, keep sharing, keep liking, commenting, forwarding everything. If you ever see me, say hello, man. I'm not that kind of guy, man. Just stay blessed in it. Just keep earning, stay blessed in it. So yeah, man, bless up.